Hello everybody! Watch this video to find out how to recover data from a non-operational or damaged VMware Fusion virtual machine on macOS. You'll see what to do if your virtual machine won't run and there are some important files inside it. In today's video, we'll explore in detail how to fix this issue and how to retrieve information from the virtual disk file of the non-operational virtual machine. Why access to data is lost. For starters, let's explore why access to virtual machine data can be lost and what causes this problem. VMware Fusion or macOS update errors. Damage to .vmware VM file or .vmdk file. The latter is the virtual disk file. Unexpected or quick system shutdown can also make your virtual machine non-operational. Another cause is the lack of hard disk space, along with various file system errors affecting the system drive of your Mac. No matter why you need to recover the data, the primary goal should be to locate the .vmdk virtual disk file and retrieve its data with the help of third-party software products. Where to find the virtual machine files? To begin with, let's find the virtual machine files. If you didn't change the virtual machine save paths during the initial configuration process, the files should be found in the Users folder. Users, username, virtual machines localized. In any case, you need to find a container with the extension .vmware VM. For quick search, use Spotlight. Press the key shortcut Command plus space and type the name in this line. The file with the extension .vmware VM is a special package, a folder which macOS displays as one object for convenience. To open it, right-click on the file and choose Show Package Contents. As you can see, there are many different files inside. You should find the largest file by size with the extension .vmdk. This is the virtual hard disk file we are looking for. All documents, apps, and photos are stored inside it. If there are several files of this type but with numbers in their names, it means the virtual hard disk was divided into several parts. Alright, now we know where the virtual machine file package is, and we can see the virtual disk file with the .vmdk extension inside the package. How to retrieve data from a .vmdk file. Now that we have found the file, we can try and extract the necessary information from there. For that purpose, we'll be using a specialized data recovery app, Hetman Partition Recovery. This is a versatile tool for solving data loss issues. It supports both properly working disks and inaccessible and damaged logical volumes, as well as virtual disk files. This app supports most popular file systems used in Windows, macOS, Linux, and Unix. Go to its website, hetmanrecovery.com, and download the app. Choose the version for macOS. Now install it just like any other app and drag the shortcut to the folder containing your programs. The utility needs full access to hard disks to work properly. Do it by opening the settings and granting the utility with full access to disk. Start the utility. You'll need to type the administrator password. As a result, you'll see a list of all connected drives, but there is no virtual machine disk. We need to mount it in the recovery tool. If the .vmdk file is not damaged, it can be mounted and its contents can be viewed. To do it, click on Tools, Mount Disk. From the list, choose VMware Virtual Machine Files with the extension .vmdk. After that, give the path to the virtual disk file. When the full path to such container is ready, click Open. Now the mounted disk will appear in the Recovery Tools main window. To scan the disk, right-click on it and choose Open. Then select the scan type, Fast Scan or Full Analysis. To begin with, we recommend running a fast scan first. It will take less time and help you find the files in most scenarios involving data loss. If the fast scan can't find the required files, then go for full analysis. A full analysis will take longer since it makes use of a more complicated search algorithm. To run it, go back to the main menu, right-click on the disk, Analyze again, Full Analysis, select the file system, Next. When the scan is over, open the folder where the lost files used to be. For your convenience, there is a preview feature to see the file contents. Select the files you need, click Recovery, give the path to save the files, and click Recovery again. As a result, you will find the recovered files in the folder you have chosen. This way, even if the virtual machine is damaged and it won't boot, you'll be able to retrieve its data directly. The Recovery tool displays both main volumes and previously deleted or damaged partitions. Recovery with Time Machine. If you have configured backup options previously, there is always a chance to recover data without using third-party tools. For starters, you can try and recover the virtual disk file with the help of Time Machine. It will help you restore the operability of your virtual machine if some of the files were damaged or even deleted. Go to the folder where the virtual machine files were stored. Now open Time Machine. After that, choose the date when this virtual machine worked properly, and recover the necessary version of the .vmware package. As a result, the virtual machine should start working as it did before. The only drawback is that it will not have the files you added after the date of the backup file.
Recovery with snapshots in VMware Fusion. One more method to restore operability of a virtual machine without resorting to third-party software is by using snapshots. To do it, open VMware Fusion, select the virtual machine which won't run, and go to the Snapshots tab. Now select the latest snapshot of a properly working machine and click Restore Snapshot. However, you should keep in mind that the snapshot solution only works if you have enabled this feature in advance. With snapshots, you can get your system back to the condition when no data was lost yet. Still, any information written to your disk after the latest snapshot was created will be lost, just like in the previous case with using Time Machine. How to recover a deleted virtual disk file. If the virtual disk file was deleted and you can't see it in the trash, open the trash one more time to make sure. Hetman Partition Recovery will help you to recover such files. If the files weren't stored on the system drive, you can try to recover accidentally deleted files of your virtual machine with the help of this recovery app. To do it, scan the disk just like you did it to the virtual disk. You don't have to mount anything. The disk will be displayed in the main window immediately after the recovery app starts. Right-click on it and choose Open. Then select the scan type. If one scan type failed to bring you any results, use the other option. After that, just select the virtual disk file and hit Recovery. Later, you'll be able to place it to its previous location and run the virtual machine or upload the file into a new virtual machine. To do it, click File, New, Create Custom Virtual Machine. Select the required operating system, and in the Hard Disk tab, click on Add Existing Disk and then give the path to the .vmdk file. When you're done, run the virtual machine and check if the files you are looking for are there. Mounting a VMDK disk directly in macOS. Also, there are a few more advanced methods to recover files from a virtual machine, but they require you to use the command prompt and additional software tools. Converting the disk into a native macOS format. For example, you can convert a .vmdk virtual disk into a format supported by macOS out of the box. It could be a .raw disk image. For this purpose, you will need a special utility like qemu. You can install it via Homebrew. Homebrew is a package manager for macOS. To install it, open the terminal and type the following command. To install qemu, run the following command in the terminal. Brew install qemu. Use another command to convert the .vmdk file into the .img file. The .img file you receive should be mounted with the following command. However, since the file system inside it is NTFS, you'll need a special drive for writing operations. But for simply copying the files, even the default macOS features will do. This method creates one more copy of your data, but then such image can be opened easily even without using VMware. How to avoid loss of data and prevent virtual machine failure breakdown. To avoid similar issues in the future, remember to back up important data. Back up your virtual machines with the help of Time Machine or snapshots. Also, make sure that you never shut down your Mac while the virtual machine is running. Another important aspect is having sufficient disk space. Check your hard disk regularly so it doesn't get severely full. That is all for now. Hopefully this video helped you to recover important data. Remember to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Leave your comments under the video. Thank you for watching and good luck!